Welcome back to my channel. This is exactly what the doctor ordered, a updated Royal Enfield Himalayan in the form of the Yazdi Adventure. Yes, this is something the Himalayan should have been in 2022, but unfortunately they missed the bus and Yazdi has actually stepped in. It's a absolute value for money proposition, and this is my brief to the point review of the Yazdi. Okay, so what we have here is the Adventure. I've been a massive Himalayan fan. I almost booked the Himalayan, and this is why I'm going to prefer the Yazdi over the Himalayan. Let me just go briefly on how good this bike is. And yes, there are certain advantages the Himalayan has over the Yazdi. There's no two ways about it. But Yazdi has just far more advantages. Let's start with the wheel. It's got a 21-inch wheel, a big thumbs up, same as the Himalayan. The suspension, the ground clearance is almost the same. Actually, it's identical. So that's another advantage that the Yazdi has with reference to Himalayan. The exhaust note of the Yazdi, this massive exhaust over here. You have an option to remove the dB killer, and you can see this, how amazing it sounds. So that's another advantage. It's got a cap over here to protect it from dust. That's another advantage that the Yazdi has. With reference to the instrument panel, it's got a pretty impressive instrument panel as well. It's all digital. It's got 3 modes in terms of ABS. It's got road, off-road and rain. That's something that the Royal Enfield doesn't have. Royal Enfield has the option of switching off the ABS, which practically does not work. It's got a side stand indicator. Yes, the Royal Enfield also has a compass, but again, that works, doesn't. It's kind of in between over there. The biggest advantage that the Yazdi has is right here. Its engine. It's got a 335cc engine as opposed to a 410cc engine that the Royal Enfield has. The difference between this is the Royal Enfield has a long stroke 410cc engine. This is approximately 30 horsepower and 30 Nm of torque. The Royal Enfield produces 24.5 horsepower and 32 Nm of torque, but the advantage over here is this particular bike is 10 kgs lighter, and it really does matter. Now, the advantage of Royal Enfield is it produces its torque 2000 rpm lower than a Yazdi. So that obviously advantage Royal Enfield. If at all, let's say you're going up a ghat or something, a slope, or even in normal day-to-day traffic, you can be at a gear above than what the Yazdi is, because the Yazdi may not have the amount of low-end torque that the Royal Enfield has, but definitely compensates with reference to the highway capability. The Yazdi can touch 140 kilometers without the problem at 8000 rpm, and driven the Perak regularly before, I can vouch 125 will not be a problem all day long, and that is exactly what you require. Yes, there's one more advantage that the Royal Enfield has. The Royal Enfield seat is far more comfortable, and this is a little hard. As an aftermarket change, you can obviously change the comfort level. You can put a gel seat and it'll be equally comfortable. This is slightly taller to ride. The Royal Enfield is 800 mm. This is approximately 815. And just in comparison, the X-Pulse is 825. So this kind of is between the Royal Enfield and the X-Pulse. Overall, yes, there's another advantage. The fuel tank is 1 liter more. Overall, this is a far better bike than the Royal Enfield, hands down. There's no two ways about it. So basically what you get is an overall package of the budget ADVs. Let me give you an example. You get the comfort of the Himalayan. The suspension is almost as good as the Himalayan. The suspension is slightly stiffer than the Himalayan. So you do not bounce around like when you would be on a Himalayan, say especially during turns. So you can corner at a far higher speed. You have the engine capability that will easily catch up with the KTM 250 Dukes or the KTM 250 Adventure. That is another positive point over there. And you have the reliability, and you need not worry about the chassis braking, because I do not think Yazdi will ever face such an issue. Overall, she is a well balanced, well priced, well featured bike that gives you the best of all possible worlds. And with reference to value for money, there's no doubt she is by far the best value for money off-roader ADV in the market. And yes, I have made a separate detailed video of the accessories that the Yazdi Adventure gets along with the pricing. do check out that video as well. As of now, thank you for watching this video and I look forward for seeing you in my next one.